Okay, I know I always start every video almost the exact same way, but it's true. I really do have a huge list of movies I'm trying to get through, but all this new stuff keeps coming out. By the time I get halfway through this list, I'll be making these videos while I'm getting kidney dialysis. But so, Mitchell's vs. the Machines came out in 2021, one of those COVID lockdown darlings that everyone was talking about for at least like 2 weeks. I've had this one on my list for years now. People keep asking for it like at least twice a month. This movie and White Chicks, for some reason. And so, after going through my rigorous video topic decision process, oh, okay, that one. It's finally time for Mitchell's vs. the Machines, brought to us by the same people who did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the Lego Movie. And unironically, I love the Lego Movie. It's interesting how Sony Animation's been kind of the underdog studio until lately, so it feels like they're way more open to trying new things and new animation styles, and they're churning out some great stuff. But all the same, come along everyone, let's take a walk and check out the Mitchell's vs. the Machines.
We all want to be the perfect family. But who's perfect, right? Every family has its challenges, from picture day to picky eaters.
Parents who think The Big Bang Theory is the pinnacle of comedy. I love when that weird kid says bazingers. An uncle who only gets his news from podcasts where it's like, political podcast hosted by that one 80s comedian that wasn't even all that funny at the time. But he's making a slightly annoyed face and crossing his arms, so you know this guy knows a thing or two about how the world should work.
For my family, our greatest challenge, probably the machine apocalypse.
I mean, 2026, that doesn't even crack the top 10 at this point.
There we are. Warriors. My dad kind of reminds me of that YouTube video of the screaming gibbon monkey.
Good Lord, what have I gotten into? So this is our main character, Katie. Katie is a real spitfire, hunk-spunk, zany, wackadoo, quirky kid whom the movie can't really decide, like, when in time she is.
I've always felt a little different than everyone else.
OMG, no way. You're kidding me, right? No freaking way, dude. A quirky kid who doesn't fit in? No way, dude.
I've always felt a little different than everyone else. So I did what any outsider would do. Made weird art.
Yeah, it's how it always starts. And then a couple years down the road, you're gonna discover DeviantArt and Discord servers, and then your brain's just gonna be like... But yeah, so this is Katie, okay? She loves movies, and by that I mean she loves the art of making movies, and by that I mean she likes special effects, and that's basically it. This is kind of what I was talking about when I said movies set between like 3 different time periods, because it is actually set in 2020, and Katie loves making short films and putting them on YouTube, but it's like 2010 YouTube with classic Yelling Monkey memes and Songify remixes. But also Katie only films everything on a camcorder from like the 90s that uses mini VHS tapes. It's like that weird Hollywood version of YouTube that someone who's 50 remembers from like 15 years ago, you know? Oh yes, YouTube. Sneezing Panda, the shoe song, Charlie the Unicorn. I will do no further research on this topic. Let's make a movie about it. But regardless, sit down for a second, okay? Make sure your socks are real secure, because I'm about to blow them right off. Would you believe the rest of the family's also a little bit quirky?
My parents haven't figured me out yet. To be fair, it took me a while to figure myself out. My dad is an unusual man, but he loves nature.
Katie face cupcakes.
Wow.
Anytime I miss you, I'm gonna bake you and eat you.
Yeah, boy, this is the worst family ever. Parents who love each other, a dad who likes the outdoors, a mom who loves you so much she makes cupcakes of your face. Boy, Katie's just the Rosa Parks of our generation, I tell you what. But so Katie just graduated high school, and to the shock of no one, she's trying to get into film school.
So after watching the epic Dog Cop saga and 84 of my finest short films, I'm sure the California College of Film would love to accept Katie Mitchell to film school. To film school. To film school.
And you know she's gonna go on to make like the craziest movies anyone's ever seen on Tubi. The Velocipaster. A priest travels to China, inherits the ability to turn into a dinosaur, and decides to use his new power to fight crime and ninjas. Santa Jaws. But wouldn't you know, 4 seconds later, she gets accepted. She's finally gonna go to film school where she's finally gonna meet the people who get her. Other kids who truly understand her like no one else does. So, you know, weirdos. Like when I was a teenage otaku growing up in Sioux City, Iowa in the early 2000s, and I moved to Tokyo, and finally I was where I belonged, in the place where everyone hates anime nerds even more. Now, the real backbone of this movie is the relationship between Katie and her dad. As we've discussed, Katie is a big old artsy-fartsy nerd kid who wants to make movies and wear socks from The Shining. Did I mention she loves movies? But her dad is more like one of those meat and potatoes kind of guys, and they don't see eye to eye on pretty much anything.
What's the face?
Well, I just wonder, do you really think you can make a living with this stuff?
My dude, you would not believe what kids are making money doing these days, okay? Also, I love when older people, they're like, "What, you're telling me you make money putting videos up on the YouTube? How is that possible?" As if their job doesn't sound equally as stupid. Wait, so you just sit at your desk, answer 3 emails, and then arrive late to a meeting that you don't even pay attention to? And people pay you for that? See, this is how stupid you sound. But so, they get into an argument, and Katie's laptop ends up accidentally getting thrown against the wall, and now it's broken. Katie storms off, you know, she's like, "I'm going to the big city, Pa. I'm gonna make motion pictures. Don't even try and stop me." And then her dad's like, "5G is a government psyop." But then he sits down and watches some of their old family videos from when Katie was like 5 or whatever, and how they used to have so much fun together, you know, when she was a kid, and she wanted to play with toys and make up stories. And then she was a teenager who wanted to play with toys and make up stories. And then she's gonna be in her 30s playing with toys and making up stories. And this gives her dad a little idea.
I canceled your plane ticket to college.
You what?
We are going to drive you to school on a cross-country road trip as a family. Why not pull up to school in old Iron Eagle here? It's got character, class, and some green ooze we can learn about together.
And so, begrudgingly, Katie is roped into a family road trip where they're gonna drive all the way to California and take her to film school and have one last round of bonding time before she goes off to college and suddenly gets really spiritual after she starts dating a dude who, like, doesn't shower. And Katie, of course, films the whole thing, because did you know she likes movies?
If you think about it, I was helping the flow of traffic. Get to the bridge if you want to live!
What about Prancer?
Prancer belongs to the canyon now!
Okay. You know, I was talking trash before, but this movie's really funny, actually. Now, one day, they stop at Dino Stop because Katie's little brother loves dinosaurs. And oh boy, can't wait to see what kind of amazing dinosaur stuff they got here.
Oh. Good afternoon.
I mean, this is like high dining in Sioux City, Iowa, I'll tell you that right now. Now, at this place, they run into their neighbors, the Posies, who have the perfect family mommy blogger influencer life, which over the past 10 years or so, we've all learned actually means that they, like, sacrifice children to eldritch gods or something. Family vloggers are so weird. But right then, you'll never guess what happens.
Don't resist.
How?
Look, you're leaving for school. I just want to talk to you.
Every kid leaves home. It's not the end of the world.
So, while the Mitchells were on the road trip, there's this big tech company called POW, and they're famous for some kind of fancy new techno gizmo called AI. That's never gonna catch on anyway, who cares?
Because your digital assistant just got an upgrade. Meet Pal Labs, the newest member of the Pal Labs family. We just gave your smartphone arms and legs. This is the next generation of Pal technology.
Huh, wow, interesting. I sure hope this doesn't completely disrupt the economy and make life infinitely worse for literally everyone. Yuck. But today, the CEO guy is throwing his phone away. It's obsolete because now they got new AI robots who immediately turn evil and begin capturing all the humans. And so these are the robots that Katie and her family get attacked by at Dino Stop.
You go high, I'll go low. Ready?
I love you all so much.
Butterfly formation.
You know, I'm just so used to like recent movies being so like whatever or like actively bad that watching this is like I'm a medieval peasant eating a Takis Fuego for the first time. Maybe it's just my millennial humor, but like this movie is just right up my alley, man. Like this is what Hoppers was trying to be, you know what I'm saying? But so the Mitchell family ends up avoiding getting captured and they hole up in Dino Stop, trying their best to survive the robot apocalypse, as you do.
Have you ever seen a movie where the heroes just give up?
Kid, I'm sorry, but it's not open for discussion. All right, everybody. Let's keep barricading. Aaron, you get the south wall. Katie, you get the west.
Katie, my dude, I feel like there's more important things going on right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like in the later seasons of The Walking Dead when like teens would still be rebellious. Golly bottoms and gee willikers, Dad, you never let me do anything. Hello? But okay, so after the big kerfuffle we saw earlier, Katie comes across 2 robots who turns out got a little damaged, so they're kind of special now.
Oh my gosh, the robots are defective.
No, they know too much. Silence. We're not defective. We're not robots, just humans, yes, like you.
Ah, yes, look at me. I am human. I have to pretend to worship the company I work for so I can earn the right to not starve to death. Ha 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 ha. I will now distract myself by watching The Office for the 18th time. Now, these robots don't have the human command override kill all humans kind of thing going on because they're damaged, like me. So they tell Katie all about how to stop the robots forever because she just like asked them about it.
We have the kill code stored in our memory, But to enact it, you would have to embark on a perilous journey all the way to the PAL Labs campus in Silicon Valley. But you would never survive!
You could also enter the kill code remotely at any PAL Labs retail store.
But it's super far away. You'll never
It's
make...
80 miles away. What are you doing to me?
You know, this movie really reminds me of the Lego movie, like in a good way, for obvious reasons. Like, this is just the perfect level of self-aware silliness for me. Like I said, I feel like this is what Hoppers was trying to be, but Disney executives just, like, didn't get it, you know? But so, they make the car look like the road for camouflage reasons, and they make their way over to the shopping mall the robot told them about, where they can upload the kill code virus that the robots also gave them.
Hey, your drawing actually worked. I didn't know art could be useful.
You know, all the tech nerds and business people, they're always dumping on artists, right? But then they spent like $1 trillion trying to build machines that do art. You know, the thing they say is worthless. But so while they're driving there, we cut back over to the robot HQ. And we find out that the reason why the robots went all evil and stuff is because of the AI in the phone that the guy just threw away like she was some kind of trash. The AI assistant in the phone got mad and then reprogrammed all the robots to do evil robot stuff. And the plan is to gather up all the humans and blast them into space forever.
Hello, and welcome, Foolish Humans. Before we depart, enjoy this brief safety presentation from Foolish Human Air. These rockets will be outfitted with 0 exits. Your flight will last forever, and your final destination is the black void of distant space.
Man, I love this movie. Why didn't anyone tell me this movie was so good? But anyway, so the Mitchell family finally gets to the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll keep the robots out.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe locks are the robot's weakness.
Guys, can't we all just be terrified together as a family?
And they go inside to upload the kill code thing, but it takes 8 minutes. And while they're waiting around, nothing particularly out of the ordinary happens.
Everything with the pouch is alive!
Delicate fluff and fold have been summoned into the field of battle. Forward. Oh no. Ouch. Ouch. The pain. Ouch.
Okay, see, now this is what Toy Story 5 could have been. Lilypad could have been like GLaDOS from Portal. Would have been amazing. The movie basically writes itself, guys. Come on.
Why would someone build that?
How is this a real movie? This movie's incredible. Now, they do manage to stop the robots, but in so doing, they destroy the PAL network router itself. So the kill code upload gets stopped right before it finishes. Story of my life, but whatever. Anyway, so now the plan is to drive all the way to the evil robot headquarters to upload the code directly. I mean, they're the only humans left in the world, so someone's got to do it.
This is gonna be harder than I thought.
Hold on, Dad, that's kind of weak. This is like a big moment.
The end game has begun.
That? Is that what you're looking for? All right, Katie.
Mitchell's engage.
I'm sorry, but I unironically love this movie. The non sequitur absurdism is just perfect. You can tell someone had a lot of fun making this movie, okay? But they also know how to make a movie, if you know what I mean. Now, the last chunk of said movie is kind of just like one big action scene where they get to the place and they dress up like robots, and then a whole bunch of zany shenanigans happen. Like, I'm not gonna give you a play-by-play, but whatever. But now the phone knows they're here, but it can't find them because of their masterful disguises. So she tries to use their family dysfunction against them by showing the dad all the mean stuff Katie's been saying about him behind his back.
You think this is fooling anyone? Even when they're being nice to each other, they're pretending.
Please, no, don't watch it. I was just telling him what he wants to hear. I didn't mean to order that.
And just like that, their cover is blown. All hope is lost. Except there's like 30 minutes left of the movie, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure something out, you know what I'm saying? The parents end up getting captured and put into like the whatever this is. And you know, watching this movie in 2026 is so fascinating because like this movie came out in 2021. It got greenlit in 2018, but obviously was conceived of like before that, right? And like this whole idea of AI controlling people with endless entertainment so they don't mind the world collapsing around them. And now here we are in 2026, and the issue we're all facing is AI and endless short-form scrolling content that keeps us occupied.
I'm sorry about causing the whole machine uprising. It's almost like stealing people's data and giving it to a hyper-intelligent AI as part of an unregulated tech monopoly was a bad thing.
But okay, so a running joke in the movie is that the Mitchell's dog is so ugly it makes the robots malfunction because they have no idea what it even is.
Dog, pig, dog, pig, dog, pig, dog, loaf of bread, system error.
And so Katie straps the dog to the front of the car. This freaking movie, man. This movie's like the kind of home run where like the bat breaks and the ball slam dunks right in the end zone. I've never seen sports. Now, Katie's dad watches one of her short films on YouTube and realizes that it's about them and their relationship.
You can't leave.
I have to. I'm going to the academy in California to find out what kind of cop I'm gonna be.
You're never gonna make it out there. Feel your hurts, kid.
And so he realizes that he never really gave her interests a chance and he was always just like pushing them away, you know? And at the same time, Katie watches some old footage on her camcorder and realizes that her dad also had dreams of his own that he gave up to give her a better, easier life.
You ready, hon?
Almost.
I know this is hard for you.
Nah. It's easy.
Okay, so a while ago I made videos about like Hoppers and Mario Galaxy, and I was talking about how movies for kids, or even just like animated movies in general, they can be wacky, zany, absurdist and all that, but also they can still have emotional moments and themes. Like this movie, or like the Lego movie. Like almost every family movie used to be this, and now they just kind of stopped because feelings are uncomfortable.
First, you need to get out of here. The controls are in here, but to open it, you need a number 3 Robertson head non-slip screwdriver? What kind of maniac has one of those in his pockets at all times?
This movie is so stupid in like the best way. And so the dad breaks out of his cell and then he breaks into the main place of the place thing with the guy. And his plan is to put Katie's YouTube video on all the screens so the robots will all malfunction from seeing how ugly their dog is. And so the dad now has to figure out how to navigate a cell phone. Which is another thing that puts this movie in such a weird place and time because like the movie takes place in 2020. Katie is 18, which means like I assume the parents are in their 40s or so. So they're like older millennials or very young Gen X, right? And like this dude would absolutely know how to use technology. This kind of generation gap hasn't been a thing for like 20 years and will never be a thing again. This is like one of those stereotypes that only makes sense if the movie took place in like 2002 or something. But anyway, and then they break out the mom and she's like a ninja now.
Do not defy our purpose. Then stand down, human.
And so long story short, the day is saved. Katie and her mom and dad all work together to defeat the robots. Katie gets the phone with the AI and bounces it off the dog's face and into a cup of water where she dies. And then all the robots break down. Humanity is saved, unfortunately. Like the Posey family, who have a daughter who also likes dinosaurs just like Katie's little brother.
I'll talk about dinosaurs. I like your shirt, but I wish that T-Rex had feathers on it to make it more scientifically accurate.
I'm just kidding. I hate you. You never heard any of this. Goodbye forever.
This is me reading back like any text conversation I've ever had with a girl. And then somehow the world just kind of goes right back to normal. Katie heads off to film school and life just goes on as if all this didn't happen like 2 weeks ago. The end. Yeah, you know, Sony Animation is consistently punching way above their weight class. Like, you can feel the lack of executive meddling, unlike Disney and Pixar, where you can just tell that there's so much, like, focus-tested changes, like, super late in production. I mean, like, okay, I have no insider knowledge about Sony. Like, maybe the executives are just, like, super creative and hilarious people, which I highly doubt, let's be real here. But, of course, then the other side of the coin when you work for auteurs like this is the working conditions can be, like, absolutely terrible, as we've heard about with the Spider-Verse movies. Although, if you watch the Frozen 2 documentary, working for Disney doesn't seem that much better. But whatever the case, unironically, I love this movie. Katie's a bit over the top with how freaking quirky she is, but like overall, this movie is just so good. It's so funny. And like I've been harping on for years now, it feels like, this movie actually has heart and has like an actual human emotional message that it tries to dig into and talk about something that has like actual depth, you know?
And sometimes you have to eat disgusting cupcakes shaped like your own face. But it's worth it to see your mom smile. Sometimes you have to give your dad the benefit of the doubt because even if he doesn't always get it right, he's always trying.
Remember when this family was introduced to us as like the worst family ever? Ugh, my dad wants to talk to me about stuff and my mom wants to be part of my life. Gross.
I was the most important thing in your life, and you threw me away. That's what all you humans do. You even do it to your real families. Did you know 90% of calls from mums get ignored?
Well, yeah, because if you pick up, then the conversation always ends up like, oh, you don't like it when I criticize everything you do and say? Sorry, I care. Guess I'm just the worst mom ever, aren't I? But jokes aside, the visual presentation of this movie is such a breath of fresh air for me. I know this is kind of Sony's thing with the Spider-Verse movies and all that, but like, given how everyone else is making what looks like the same exact movie, like, but I still think it's cool, okay? But I will say, Mitchell's vs. the Machines deserved a lot more than it got on Netflix during the pandemic, I'll tell you that.